and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me at CGB today in the arena. Is it prowess? It probably is. Okay, I'm sure it is. I built it. Goodness gracious. I know what the Izzet prowess is and is not. So we have a deck that from the Brothers War kind of got a whole new curve straight up as far as aggressive creatures go. Now, when you look at the curve, you realize, yeah, our curve stops at 3. It's basically 2. But that's exactly the way that you want an Izzet prowess deck to be. And prowess being a sweet ability that is not always worded the same way, but basically whenever you play a non-creature spell, you get a bonus. So Monastery Swiftsphere gets +1/+1. That's what base prowess is. Whenever you play a non-creature spell, you get the power and toughness bonus. But there's also other ways to get buffs from non-creature spells, and we have a few of them here. Third Path Iconoclast is the new card from the Brothers War. The 2/1 that says whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature token. So this will help us make extra creatures, extra threats to pressure our opponent with. Then, once we're making those threats, we want to make them powerful. And we bring out a card that we haven't actually played on this channel, Balmor Battlemage Captain, this one coming you from Dominaria United. The Izzet 1/3 flyer, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain trample until end of turn. So we got a whole new curve in the Izzet colors if you wanted to be aggressive with Monastery Swiftspear, Third Path Iconoclast, Balmor Battlemage Captain, and then adding any spells to the stack to make these creatures and make the creatures that we created bigger, stronger, hit harder, win game. It's really fun to build prowess style decks because they're designed to kind of work in a synergistic way to get under the opponent and combine for very explosive plays and win you games that you wouldn't expect to win, as the opponent usually has more powerful cards. In that way, it's kind of like mono blue tempo, but it also has reach in the style of a mono red burn deck, combining both of those things for a lot of fun and awesomeness. We have Play with Fire and Lightning Strike in this deck. We also have another scary threat in the air, Ledger Shredder, because we're trying with a curve like this to cast way more than 2 spells every turn cycle. We're running Reckless Impulse to keep the cards going along with Consider. We still run Kumano Faces Kakazan. Some people would run Delver of Secrets here. Even with 8 cards that scry in Play with Fire and Fading Hope, I still think that Delver is a full-on legit scam, and I'm sticking with Kumano Faces Kakazan as my other 1-drop. It is so good when you play a turn 2 Ledger Shredder or Balmor Battlemage Captain with a +1/+1 counter, and it's decent when you play an Iconoclast with it as well. This version has all of these creatures on turn 2. It always wants to play a turn 2 creature. That makes Kumano Faces Kakazan excellent, and it's a prowess trigger. So if you draw it later in the game, it does grow your Swiftspear and do all the things that we're looking for the deck to do. So I think that this is a cool build of the deck, Delverless, but very aggressive, and I think you'll be impressed with the output today. Let's dive in. Let the Izzet prowess nonsense begin. All right. Our opponent goes first. He'll give us a chance to draw an untapped land potentially for the Kumano. I guess we'll go for the Iconoclast then. Ah, there's the untapped land. I guess it wouldn't have made a big difference though. Okay, see if the opponent has quick removal for this. They're in Bant colors so far, so that's a color combination where I just run my threats at them because they don't usually run removal. Channeler. Return it to my hand. Okay, that's fine. That doesn't bother me. So I wonder what kind of build this is. Storm the Festival? Maybe something like that. Malevolent Hermit. I can do some damage to non-creature, right? Let's see if they... Or we could just play Squee. Actually, Squee's really good here, isn't it? Can't counter it. Gets right in there. Sends a message. Gets a +1/+1 counter. Take it. Wow. So this looks like blue-white humans or something? Wandering Emperor? Sorry, Squee. I sent you out there to die, buddy.
This is what you get.
Reckless Impulse. So they're tapped out. Let's try to impulse into a land. Did hit it. And we hit a Fading Hope. Fading Hope's pretty good. What do we bounce? I guess the Hermit? Hermit's not that scary. We can save this till next turn. Let's play the other Kumano and the Play with Fire. What do we play with fire? The Wandering Emperor? I think so. It's an interesting spot. I don't want to attack with this because I don't want to trade it. Offer them the etching. All right, we get blocks. I'll exile the Hermit, which is nice. Okay. Bye-bye Wandering Emperor. And now we'll save the Fading Hope.
Try not to miss.
See what they do. Another Channeler. Will they target the Iconoclast? They're just gonna draw. Probably what they should have done with the first one. And Greeters. Okay. Hi. How you doing? In that case, send the Greeters back. Don't need you. We'll probably find more land no matter what we do. Like I said. More 1/1s. Swifty, Swifty. Come on out. Zap you. Oh, I'm loving this. I'll take a Fading Hope. I'm not sure exactly where their deck is going, but it does seem to rely on creatures. I have a great many swarmy little artifacts. Hi. Shauna. Gain 2 and draw. I see. Yeah, Bant. Human-ish pile? Like, that's not a human, but you know. Let's go with a Fading Hope. Away with you. And yeah, that was a refreshing rolling. Today's Patreon shout out goes to Joshua Kovac. Kovac. Anyway, Joshua, thank you very much for joining the $9.99 a month token tier. So we have a shark token and a wolf token on their way to you. And if any of you out there would like those tokens sent to a United States address, check out patreon.com/CovertGoBlue or the link in the description. And Joshua Kovac, you're very cool. Now back to the video. All right, we're on the play. We have no creature. Does that mean we have to mulligan? I think we can hold. We'll see. It's an experiment. We're a tempo deck, but we do have a lot of value. I'd like to think we might be able to survive a longer game. Protection from multicolored. Whenever a non-basic land enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Right, I'm ready for your Thalia. No Thalia. No nothing. I think we just chill. I'm going to try to ignore this card. I'm not as afraid of it with this deck. Play with fire. All right, let's go for an impulse. There's some land. So we're going to develop our land, but we still have no creature. There's the Thalia, which we can't kill. There's the Iconoclast. You get a life. Here's you. Hold up. See what the opponent does here. We might play a Brutal Cathar. Valiant Veteran. Okay. Doesn't save Thalia from Play with Fire. Just thinking about if I need to hold that to discard or something, but it's not that kind of deck. We don't have Fable the Mirror Breaker. So I think we get rid of that. We get rid of this. And then we start picking away. Backup Thalia is fine. They might even attack. They might not attack. Trying to think. There's definitely places where Fading Hope is better than on a Thalia. Let's go ahead and zap the Thalia. The draw is not good. We have 19 lands. I guess the opponent is afraid, though. How could they possibly beat 4 1/1s and a 1/1 factory? I can't believe they scooped out of that. I didn't like our position. What could be in their hand with 5 cards that they just give up like that? Okay, we have turn 2 captain, and we go from there. Hopefully using Reckless Impulse to hit a land. Nothing like gaining some flying trample, man. It's the best. Cacaw. I think it's too early to hold this thinking we might use that as a bounce effect. Tap land in Naya. Cool. We have a strike for next turn. Just gonna do this now. Try to use these for as much damage as possible. That's a good surveil. That's another Reckless Impulse to keep the cards coming. And we have all 4 lightning strikes. The opponent won't see that coming. It's on them here to find a way to gain life. Nice. Hopefully they thought they had one more turn. They're kind of dead. Again. All right, those will have to come out next turn. We have to play the lightning strike this turn. All right, they're at 11. 11 facing 9. And they do get a circle, so they could have probably played that circle last turn. We'll see if they regret it. We also have to remember if we play another one of those battle mages, the circle gains 2 life. We have to watch out for that. I don't think they'll block this. I'm just gonna do this now. Play with fire. They're so dead. Should I play with fire the token just to make sure that they can't do... What would gain life? I have trouble even thinking of what they would play. But maybe I should just hold these, because next turn we have 6 mana. End step we do this. Next turn we do this, just in case they play like the 4/4 lifelink creature, right? Wait a minute. If they do that, are they just dead anyway? Because right here we could do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put them to 2. They go up to 6. They still die. What they need is to discard it and then cast Invoke Justice on it, and I can't beat that anyway if that's what they have. So we let them do their whole thing. And then we blast their face. So this is it, opponent. Show us what you're made of. Show us you are worthy, man leggings. That is your real name. This is everything I would expect of someone named Man Leggings. Man Leggings. It's leather pants or jeans. Those or nothing. Sweatpants only while watching sports. Then it's acceptable. And a Lord of the Rings marathon. I've got to write the rules somewhere. The CGB rules. It's important. Very important. I can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it. But I love it. I can't feel my face when I'm... Hey guys, please check out the Degenerate Gaming Extra Life playmat featuring the art from the Innistrad tokens for MTG Nerd Girl and me, CGB. It is for charity. It's $21.99 on UltraPro's website, ultrapro.com. All the proceeds go to Extra Life charity. Thank you very much. I know this will be the last playmat I throw at you this year, but it's for a good cause, and it's the last chance to get this awesome artwork combined onto one playmat. Please check it out and support a good cause. Thank you. You're cool. Well, the odds of us actually finding an island aren't great, so I'm going to take a mulligan. Better. So, Kimono, Squee. And with this mana, normally I'd put a land away. We're running a 19 land deck. Will we find another land? I think that's incredibly unclear. Still, Flood is the worst. I think what I'm doing though is turn 1 tapped land, turn 2 Kimono, turn 3 Squee. If that's the plan, I can put away the Consider. That's not bad. What is Consider really? It's either a land or a spell. It gives you a little selection over that. So let's let it be that right now. That is an unfortunate draw. Can I have my Consider back? Opponent does nothing. That is unbelievable. We've drawn over a fourth of the lands in our deck. That's fine. Okay, synthesization. Sorin that you can't cast. This is going great. Okay, they might have a removal spell for the Squee open though, which is really sad. And I have drawn how many land? Unbelievable. All right, this is comedy at this point. They go straight for Squee's throat. They have the Apocalypse. We have nothing of use, but we're gonna bluff an attack anyway, I promise you that. I guess I'll make the 1/1s. I think the odds of us winning have fallen to below 0. So I'm basically looking at, they play a useful spell, I'm out of here. Harvester? Sure. Anvil, why not? They played it. It's not worth talking about, man. It's not worth talking about. We got absolutely clowned by the deck. I get these draws out of the way so you don't have to, guys. That's what I do here. That is a card. We got a trade. That puts a card in the graveyard for Squee, which is what we're pretty much looking for. We're at 3, this is 4. So when do I bounce Shieldred? Before they gain the life? Make them spend their turn playing it again? Or let them gain the life, let them attack, hope they use some mana, strand it for a turn? I think I'll go with that. We could still draw Reckless Impulse into Battle Mage or a couple of Lightning Strikes, you know. Happy life could occur. Oh, nice. Okay, good choice. Now we wait. Coward with the 1/1 here. Harvester, they could still have a land. So don't blow it yet. They didn't use the blood token, so they like their other card. It's probably another go for the throat. That is another land. All it needed to do was be a 1-mana spell. Woo! Magic the Gathering. Good even draw, you know, nice and balanced. Good shuffler's fine. It's the only appropriate response. Do we care about the pain land when we might use this? I would have said this deck is highly unlikely to flood out. And then I've just relentlessly flooded out. All right, so they're playing black. They're very likely to kill whatever I cast, right? So let's lead with the legendary. There you go. Success, if you want to call it that. Another one. Would you like to kill this one too? Sweet. All right, 2 removal spells down. How many you got? Let's squee them, actually. This is pretty good against all that removal. Not a Wandering Emperor, a 2/3 lifelinker. Could be a problem. A pair of them, okay. Let's Iconoclast, and let's start growing an army. Okay, can't play any of that this turn, but next turn. Finding all the creatures, not many spells. We'll see if they pack a board wipe or two with all that spot removal and their wedding announcements. Okay. So 5 mana. This is only when we cast an instant or sorcery, which we don't apparently have in our deck. That's a problem. But we'll draw one next turn, I'm sure of it. Before it's too late. In fact, we'll draw consider into consider into consider into consider. And we'll make everything enormous and amazing. That's a board wipe. Hopefully we can still bring out Squee. It's not farewell. Sure. Path to Barrel, you did it. Graveyard Trespasser could be in their deck, so we should avoid leaving creatures in our graveyard for no reason. Still wondering if there's an instant or sorcery in my deck. We've only drawn the one Reckless Impulse. Would be a great time for them. So the storefront definitely implies they run Sarah Paragon. They don't have it here, and they don't have a Wandering Emperor. I think they would have killed Squee already. All right, Captain up. Play with fire. Should have waited till I made the Squee token. Don't worry about it. Missed 1 damage. We'll see if it comes up. Path of Peril again. We'll bring Squee back again, and we'll flip this. Awesome. That's why it's not as good as Meat Hook, guys. Some people really went in on like Path of Peril is the new great sweeper. I can't disagree more. I don't think the card's even playable. But we'll see. Opponent might have a cut down here. Nice top deck. 6 life. I have burn spells. Maybe I'll draw them. Land for the opponent. they out of cool things to do? Guess we'll attack first. Hit. All creatures. Still digging for spells. Oh no! I needed that one, but we'll still take it in the graveyard because Squee's done great in this game. I imagine the opponent plays Wandering Emperor and didn't draw it. Yeah, they flooded pretty hard. It happens. It's happened to me. Better luck next time, but don't put all your eggs on Path of Peril. It's better, like, when you have this much removal and life gain and cool planeswalkers, like, you don't need sweepers. I think that that's something a lot of people are hung up on, is they keep looking for the next meat hook, like, where's our sweeper? This format doesn't really need sweepers with the way it produces board presence. It's weird for me too as a control mage. All right, we go first. I can't play a turn 1 Kumano, but turn 2 can be okay. Oh yay, soldiers. So excited to see them. I guess I should be ready for Athalia. Athalia too good. We kind of need to impulse next turn, and there it is. If we impulse into a mountain, we can play Kumano next turn, double spell. Okay, we find a land. Still think we need to get impulse going. We're not doing enough with our blue mana. There's no red mana, we're still bottlenecked, so we'll have to find a red mana with Consider here. So they probably have a Brutal Cathar. I guess this is another Scry, and we could still hit the red source and we set them back, so let's go with a stop on upkeep and take this card. Untap. Bounce. Still no red source. Draw. Okay. Guess no Swift Spear this game. The red mana bottleneck is gonna get nasty here. Really nasty. Okay, that is a very frustrating card. Let's hit a red. We gotta do it. Okay, we did it. Let's go for... Could go for the Ledger Shredder. Yeah, they might double spell. Okay. And we still don't have any instant or sorceries to go with the captain, so this has been a really tough game so far. That is probably GG. Yeah, just a bad draw. Couldn't get anything together. Couldn't get anything together there. Sucked. What do we need? More removal? I guess we had the one Fading Hope. Maybe we could have played it different, but we really did need the red mana earlier. The Kumanos just never got out of our hand because of the turn 1 tap land. Maybe it wasn't a keep. All right, on the play, mana's not bad, we keep. No Kumano though, which feels bad. No Swift Spear, no Kumano. What does it take to have a Swift Spear on the play? I don't think I've had it. I don't think a single game has had that. Man, that must be easy mode for this deck. Blue source on 2, huh? I guess I'll try to make sure I hit a land drop. You didn't play a Delver, so there's probably not going to be an easy target for Play with Fire anytime soon. Consider. It's good with the captain, but not really what we're looking for right now. There's a land drop. Here's the captain. So Fading Hope might be important in this matchup. We don't have a lot of ways to kill a Haughty Djinn. Oh, they have a Ledger Shredder. Do we just kill it? Or do we play Squee? I feel like I'm supposed to play Squee. Ledger Shredder in like mono blue is interesting. It doesn't always work right. Let's get Squee down. We get to block the 1/1 here. But we're threatening a lot of action next turn. How to time a lightning strike on a Ledger Shredder might be an interesting conundrum. Double Shredder. No land. Okay. Okay. In that case... our own Shredder and a land. We'll play out the land. Maybe we get some bad blocks. They do get to connive. They do get the connive. That is a problem. I think we, with them having low mana, I think we just let them take this. We don't want to give them the connive here. We want to make them earn the connives. Good. Okay. Good time for this. See if they use their mana to protect it. Spell Pierce, sure. There's the Swift Spear. We have no spells, but they don't know that. Again, we don't want to give them any connives. So we're playing Ledger Shredder this turn and nothing else. All right, they're gonna start blocking. "19 land deck, please stop flooding." It's not okay. They spell pierced on their turn, so if they Fading Hope here, they don't get connive. Alright, yep. Scry to the top, that's probably a land. So now they probably play another spell to get their action on. Which might just mean we're dead, we'll see. Feels really bad. Yep, I know. Connive, I know. We're too far behind now. We just flooded out way too much. It's really bad. I'm discarding Shore Up, so they have so many protection effects, I can't win. Sure. And Scry to the top. Okay, Kimono. No, this can go. No good attacks, right? Because now they're eating my creatures. They are starting to come down on cards. And they are lower life. Like, we could hit some series of, like, Reckless Impulse type thing. Go really wide and get there. An Iconoclast would have been amazing in this game. Yeah. There's your 5/5. Ooh. Okay. Sure. They feel very... Oh, they have Shore Up. That's why they did that. They have Shore Up. Alright, so they're at 7. How do we play this? They're going to... Like, if I try to Fading Hope their thing, it won't work. If I trigger double connive, that's better for them than it is for me. I think we just pass. Somehow we gotta do something clever. One, two, three, four, five, six. If I take all of it, how are they gonna stop the attack? Do they have March? I think they have a shore up anyway, and I think I'll get them to use it if I play this now. What an interesting attack. Okay, their last card's not a March then, right? Okay. I've got a 3/3 and a 2/3. Like, that kills the terror. Except for the shore up. And I guess I want this involved too. If they kill this, then they're still taking 5/6. Yeah. Alright. What you got? Make them have it. What's interesting is if they trigger connive, I draw the Fading Hope and just bounce this. In theory. Okay, they let the squee die. They're at 7. Okay, they have a Jin. Last card must be a shore up. Like, they discarded a shore up, so it makes sense. I feel like I know what they have. Shore up here, block here. Bring out your squee. So, attack with all these. They block here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If they play the shore up to untap the Shredder, we can respond with the Hope. Uh-huh. Should be enough. They could have their own Fading Hope, but with their Jin bounced, they're in trouble. Eh? And what was that attack last turn? Impulse. Impulse, that ain't it. That ain't it. And trample? You dead. You can't let me have that. You can't let me have my hope. Hope is all I need. Oh my goodness. And we are back for the post-game wraps, talking about Izzet Prowess. And the biggest question mark, honestly, when playing this deck for me is, do you like Delver of Secrets? If you absolutely do, then you can rework this deck in a manner to play Delver, but be careful what you cut. We're already at a very low amount of instants or sorceries, and I still firmly believe that that card in particular is a scam. Now, how about some other cards? We want like a Jaya, some Planeswalkers, something bigger than a Squee, whereas we top out at 3 mana. I honestly can't find something there that I need so badly that it has to be included. Sometimes I think that Rending Flame would be good against Sheldred, and Burn Down the House would be good as a fallback plan. But why fall back when you can fall forward so aggressively as this? I think that this deck might have some tuning spots to figure out, but for the most part, it's very powerful and it's very fun. It's very different experience from playing most of the other decks in the format, in my opinion. So I think if you like aggression with a little tint of tempo, you should try out Izzet Prowess. I think it has mythic potential. I'd probably put it in a low B, upper C class from the version I played today, but I think that somebody more into this archetype than me can probably make it better. So that's an opportunity for all of you. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to hit like and subscribe. It really does help the channel, and you stayed all the way to the end, so you probably liked the video. And as always, I will see you in the next video. You're cool.